PonyFans.com here with defensive coordinator Tom Mason. And Coach, you've got the regular season finale this weekend against Rice, longtime rival, and Rice has played multiple QBs this week. Talk about the challenge that presents for you preparing for, you may see 2 or even 3 quarterbacks in this game, right?
Right, yeah, they've shown 3 quarterbacks. I think they'll start with the Fanuzzi kid, and then they'll move the other kids in as they go. But what they do is they tip their hand when they put the other kids in. I don't know the names, but 16, when he comes in, he's more likely to carry the ball. And then when they put 18, who's a running back and a quarterback, he's going to carry the ball most of the time. I think he's got 9 passes. He's 6 and 9 this year. You just got to alert your kids who's in the game. They got to be aware of what each kid can do. And so when Fanuzzi's in, he's probably going to throw the ball, or he's going to hand the ball on his own read stuff. And when the other kids are in, you got to respect their ability to run the football. So we'll tighten it up, and we just got to be aware of who's in at that position.
All right, Fanuzzi obviously has thrown the ball more than the other guys. Talk a little about his strengths, what he does well that makes them effective in that passing game.
Well, I think he's more of a pure passer, and he's got those big wide receivers. They've got tall, heavy kids at wide receiver, and he does a good job with what they do. There are a lot of inside and outside bind routes, and they try to get big bodies on your DBs, and we just got to do a good job of rerouting them with the linebackers, and we've got a couple special coverages in to take advantage of what they do too. So it's going to be an interesting matchup.
For years, Rice traditionally ran an option offense, seemingly forever. They got away from it a little bit, but they've got some options still in their offense. Do you have any benefit defensively from having seen Navy run the option a couple weeks ago, or is their scheme totally different in the way they use the option?
It's totally different, and mainly their option schemes are going to be lead option and speed option, which kind of you see a lot of that with the spread option teams, and you know pretty much when they're going to do it. I don't think our kids would be real surprised of it. And, when you build a defense, you always build it by option responsibilities, who's got to dive, quarterback, and pitch. And so it doesn't really affect us all that much.
All right. Now, when Navy came in here and played with their option, their offensive line was chopping at the knees of your defensive line. When Rice goes to the option, will they be doing the same thing in terms of what their offensive line does to block this scheme?
Nah, they're more of a pure zone team. They're going to step and try to, high reach you and zone you out and try to get that option out on the edges. And the quarterback will option off the end man on the line of scrimmage. And Rice is one of those teams, they don't think they spend a lot of time on it. They just want to have it in their offense so that you got to prepare for it defensively. And it's a total different thing than Navy. So it's, to me, it's not that big a deal. I hope that's what I'm saying on Saturday.
All right, and going into Saturday, when you put together your defensive game plan, what or who concerns you the most? What's the key to having a successful day against the Owls?
Well, I think 37, a running back's the key to the game. You got to stop him, and then they've got that big wide receiver, number 88. He's 6'5" and 262 pounds as a wide receiver. So, you got to be careful with the matchups. You don't want to get your safeties on him too much, and make sure you get your bigger linebacker body types on him. So, the key to the game, I think, with these guys is you got to shut down and run game first, force them to throw the ball. To me, the real key is going to be 1st and 10. If you can get him into 2nd and long and 3rd and long situations, then I think it's going to be a good day for us.
What do you do with a receiver that big? Do you have to change schemes and put in sort of gimmick packages for him because of his size?
No, not really. What we do with it is we put a guy like Stephon Sanders on him, that's a 235-pound linebacker. And the thing about a big kid like that is he's not going to be a real runner. So you just put your linebackers on him, you beat him up on the line of scrimmage, and you don't let him get started in the routes. And that's mainly the key with this kid is you just jam him on the line of scrimmage and don't let him get in the route. And if he catches a ball, you got to hit him.